Hi, I'm Noelle Beck, and I'm the director here at First Glance. And I want to tell you a story of what God has been doing over the last couple months. So at the end of 2018, we ended the year significantly short financially. This wasn't because we did anything stupid, we didn't go out and buy a boat, we didn't overspend, we actually spent less on our budget than we anticipated. But due to the loss of 4 significant grants, as well as some individuals who normally give us some money in December who were not able to this past December, we found ourselves at the beginning of the year very short. And we were in a situation where we cut some spending in the background of things and where we could in order to not impact the students. That's always our goal, is that if we do have to cut spending, that we never want it to impact our students or our program. So while we're in this space of recognizing we don't have any money, I decided as the director that I would go and I would ask people who have been part of First Glance and who have given us in the past for $2,500. I thought if I could find 20 people to give us $2,500, we would be at $50,000, and that would overcome the deficit from last year and put us in a space that we could kind of get back on track and move forward. And so as I start, I'm a little ways in, and people are generous and kind, and they're responding really well. And so I'm up to $30,000. And I'm about 2 weeks away from a board meeting where I know we have to answer the questions of what we're going to do moving forward. And so that had been kind of my invisible goal, to hit the $50,000 by that board meeting. So we are approaching the board meeting, and I start to sense on a Friday to stop asking for money. I'm at 30,000, things are going great, but through prayer and just my own personal time with God, I recognized and sensed I needed to stop. And so I don't tell anybody until the following Tuesday, and I say to one of my coworkers, hey, I really am sensing that I need to stop asking for money. And if you know anything about fundraising, this is not necessarily the wisest financial fundraising decision, right? Normally, if you want money, you don't stop asking for it. But really sense this is what I should do. So I just really spent a lot of time praying. That following Thursday, I write in my journal as the title, Just You Wait. And that was something I really felt impressed on my heart. It was kind of God whispering to me, just you wait. And so later in that paragraph of that journal entry, I write, I know that I need to stop asking for money, and that you're going to provide, God. And so this is at 8 o'clock in the morning. At 4 o'clock in the afternoon, I get a text from a couple that says that they're going to do $20,000 in matching. And I am thrilled. As you can imagine, I am jumping up and down around the room. We hit the 20,000 plus, and I heard God properly, and He showed up, and this is awesome. And so I'm so excited that I'm texting anybody and everybody that I know, people who have given and people that knew I was trying to hit this goal, and I'm just texting everybody. And then in the midst of texting all these people, I get a call from a woman who says, hey, we hadn't told you yet, but my husband and I had decided we were going to give you $10,000 matching. And so I am thrilled. And while we're on the phone with her, another guy calls and he says, hey, I know I already gave you $2,500, but we're going to give you another $5,000 because I want my money matched. I get a text later that night, and it says, my parents just found out about this, and they're going to give you $2,500 as well. And the next morning I come in and we have mail, and in the mailbox is a couple who committed to $2,500, but now they've written me a check for $5,000. And that following Sunday, I get a text from a church that has adopted us and said, hey, we took a love offering and we got $3,700. And so I am beyond thrilled. And so we get to the day of the board meeting, and out of nowhere, we didn't ask for it or know that it was coming, somebody had sent us a check for $25,000. And I call them up and I tell them the story. And she says, well, I came home from work one day and my husband just said, I really feel like we need to give First Glance $25,000. And she said, I love First Glance. Fantastic, let's do that. And so in the end, with everything matched, we got $107,000. When our goal was $50,000. And God gets all the glory for that. And I'm so grateful. Now, I've done fundraising for 18 years, and it doesn't always end this way, and I know that. But it's also what makes this story so encouraging. God is involved in all the details of this ministry. God is involved in the finances, as well as us being in a season of more spiritual fruit than we've ever seen before. So I just want to say, I wanted to tell you the story, but I also want to say thank you. Thank you for praying for us. Thank you for volunteering. Thank you for giving. God is moving, and it's so exciting to see. And I've always said I get a front row seat at what God does. And I got a front row seat just this past 2019 in a way that I've never experienced it before.